discuss, the patient is lying on the external counter pulsation device. Here, who can go for a external counter pulsation techniques? The patient with a severe angina, that is called poking sensation or paining sensation in the heart, who are not considered to be a candidates for angioplasty or bypass surgery. That means the patient not eligible for bypass surgery, but still heart is paining or poking. May be benefited from external counter pulsation ECP. Some patient with congestive heart failure also can have had a good result with treatment of external counter pulsation. So external counter pulsation is a non-invasive method of improving blood flow to the heart and reducing the anginal symptoms. This treatment involves repetitive leg compressions with a pneumatic device that drives blood back into the aorta and increase coronary blood flow. The main importance of ECP is improve the blood flow in aorta and coronary artery. Here they are using three kind of cuffs. You can see in the block diagram: cardiac enhanced external counter pulsation. The caregiver is sitting on the table watching the computer, and patient is lying on the bed. His heart rhythm have been measured with the help of a computer through simulation method. And here the cuff, it will gives pressure on a leg and thigh. By that way, there is an improvement of blood flow in the aorta and coronary blood. So here they are using three kind of cuffs here. One is placed on a leg, that is called name is called calf cuff. Second cuff is placed on the lower thigh. Third cuff is placed on the upper thigh. Here they are giving a pressure during the diastole functioning. By that way they will improve the blood flow. During the systolic, they will relax the cuffs. The pressure have been decreases. The pressure have been increased during a diastole movement. The pressure in the cuff has decreases during the diastole. Systole. So external counter pulsation therapy is a procedure that may be performed on individuals with they have a angina, heart failure or cardiomyopathy. They can go for a ECP treatment. So ECP treatment is a simplest one. They have to go for a 12 weeks or a 14 weeks. daily 1 hour treatment. By that way they can reduce the angina and heart failure and also cardiomyopathy symptoms. This is the non-invasive procedure is believed to help stimulate the growth of new blood cells in the heart and in some cases improve the flow of existing blood vessels. That's why the ECP is often used when the physicians have exhausted other therapies. ECP also may be used in addition to the bypass surgery and angioplasty to enhance the benefits of these two procedure. One is the improvement of aorta and coronary blood flow. This is a general block diagram. The step 1 and 2, it is showing the pressure have been given at a leg. Name is called the cuff, is called the cuff. The name of the cuff is called cuff curve. The pressure is given gradually during the diastole inflation. Very important, during the diastole inflation they are giving. What is happening? The blood vessels are tightened and pressure have been increased. The pressure again they are increasing at a lower thigh cuff and also upper thigh cuff. Step 1 is initial pressure have been created at a calf cuff at a leg. Gradually they are increasing the pressure from lower thigh to upper thigh with the help of a lower cuff and upper cuff. That is you are seeing in the step 2. So what is happening here? The ECP is providing the abnormal pressure. So what is happening? It will increase the diastole pressure in a proper manner. By that way there is a proper flow of blood flow in a aorta. The block diagram is telling about a series of cuff sequentially inflate from distal to proximal followed by the rapid deflation. The step 3 and 4, you can see that the step 3 again the pressure have been increased at the upper thigh. Step 4 they are gradually decreasing the pressure at a upper thigh, another lower thigh, finally leg cuff. So you can see that one in a step 4. These one they are preferring at a systolic deflation, that you can see it here in the graph. ECG is become normal and they will get a normal pulse with the help of a ECP pressure. ECP pressure is given in the down. When it's given in the down ECP pressure, that is it produces a normal pulse and also it is improve the heart rhythmic. Normal ECG waveform have been obtained. So the diagram B is showing external counter pulsation and its relation to electrocardiogram and pulse waveform. Now we are seeing that the patient is lying on the bed. There is a 3 cuff has been placed. One is at a leg, that is called a calf cuff. second one is a lower cuff, third one is upper cuff. So these one pressure have been given, it has been gradually increases during the diastole inflation and it is gradually decreases during the systole inflation. By that way the ECG waveform become normal, they can monitor in the screen. The method we are going to discuss, what is the method they are approaching it here. While an individual is undergoing ECP, the patient has to apply pneumatic cuff on their legs and is connected to telemetry monitor. That monitor, it shows the heart rate and the rhythms. The most common type in use here, which involves 3 cuffs placed on each leg. On the cuffs, that is the first cuff, second one is lower thigh, third cuff is placed on a upper thigh, that is at a buttock. The cuffs are timed to inflate and deflate based on individual's electrocardiogram. So during the diastole inflation, they will increase the pressure gradually. During the systole inflation, they will decrease the pressure gradually. The cuffs should be ideally inflate at the beginning of diastole and deflate at beginning of systole. During the inflation, the portion of cycle, the half cuffs inflate first, then lower thigh cuffs and finally the upper thigh cuffs. The inflation is controlled by a pressure monitor and the cuffs are inflated about 200 mmHg pressure. The physiological consideration regarding the ECP. On the theory is that ECP exposes the coronary circulation to increase the shear stress and that is result in production of a cascaded growth factor that result in new blood vessels formation in the heart. That is if it is some of the blood is supplied by the coronary or coronary blood or aorta, that have been improve its blood flow and also it will improve the new blood vessel to supply the blood to the heart. So this is called as arteriogenesis and angiogenesis. So now you are seeing that the ECG signal have been improved with the help of these diastolic inflation and systolic inflation. So diastolic inflation, they are giving increasing the pressure at calf cuff, gradually increase at the lower thigh cuffs, finally increased at upper thigh cuffs. So during the diastolic inflation, okay, this is called diastolic inflation, and they are decreasing the pressure from upper thigh cuff, lower thigh cuff and finally calf cuff. This is called systolic deflation. So here the another name of ECP is called enhanced external counter pulsation, which is stand for counter pulsation therapy, which involves uses of 3 paired inflatable cuffs wrapped around the patient's lower extremities. The patient is connected to an ECG monitor and a finger plethysmograph. in order to monitor the ECG rhythm and also the pulse waveform. The pressure is given in the range of 250 to 275 mmHg to all the cuffs. This treatment taken as a course consists of 35 and each section treatment is allowed 1 hour as a one section. So here again you are seeing that the cuffs are sequentially inflated. First it is pressure is given to the calves, second it is given to the lower thigh, third it is given to the upper thigh, which is during the diastole. That is telling that step 1 and step 2 and step 3, it is telling about increasing pressure. In that one, step 1 it is telling about inflation, initiate, retrograde the pulses wave. Step 2 it is telling about inflation of lower thigh cuffs at 50 millisecond later. Step 3 it's telling about inflation of upper thigh cuffs. The pressure is given after 50 millisecond later. The step 4 is deflation facilitates cardiac loading. So the waveform, you can see it is bringing the normal ECG waveform with the help of 3 cuffs and its pressure. So during the diastolic pressure increase, it has been increased intracoronary perfusion pressure and also myocardial perfusion also increased, which blood is returns to venous and again it is preloaded. The cardiac output has been improved, bringing into the normal. During the diastole, the systemic vascular resistance is decreased, cardiac workload is decreased, and myocardial oxygen consumption also decreased, and which alter the load. So this is the operation of ECCP. So they are in a visible manner it is given. The cuff is tied at a leg, lower thigh cuff is placed at the thigh, and upper thigh cuff is placed at upper thigh. So here what is that major advantage? It can improve the R wave of ECG and used by the trigger for inflation and deflation. So here, see here, that is P pressure have been given, pressure P1 and P2, P3, it is shown in the heart. These pressure which improves the coronary blood flow and aorta blood flow with help of ECP. So when they given increasing pressure and decreasing pressure in a gradual manner, the coronary flow impedance, it will varies the impedance rate, it will decrease that impedance rate, and also the coronary blood flow, it will improve its flow rate due to the blood pressure waveform. Finally the ECG signal produce normal rhythmic wave. PQRS complex wave will be equal. Okay. So here what is that here preparing for external counter pulsation treatment. No preparation is necessary for ECP. There is no need of fasting, or there is no need of taking any kind of precaution. Normally they can take the treatment. In most cases the procedure is done on the outpatient basis. It is suggested that patient wear clothes that are tight fitting and elastic to prevent irritation from the cuffs, and flow medication and exercise instruction as directed by their physicians. Who should not receive external counter pulsation treatment? Very important. There are number of conditions and situations which may be prevent patient from being eligible to have ECP treatment. These include a patient with, one is deep vein thrombosis, that is the person who having blood clot within a blood vessels. Second one is the person who having elevated heart rate, that is the ECG rate is rapidly changing. Third one, the patient is having heart wall diseases. Fourth one, when the patient is having high blood pressure. Fifth one, and inability of blood of coagulate, that is clotting of blood during any operation. Sixth one, the patients who have been implanted pacemaker. Second one is platypitis, that is called inflammation of a vein. Eighth one is pregnancy woman. Ninth, uncontrolled arrhythmia, that is called heart disease. Arrhythmia, that is a fast movement of a heartbeat. Okay, these people, they should not go for this one. What should expect during the counter pulsation treatment? What the patient can benefits? And ECP treatment usually takes about an hour. Treatment is daily and may be extended from 5 to 12 weeks or more. The patients are placed on a comfortable table and pneumatic stocking or cuffs are fitted to the calves and lower and upper thighs on each leg. These cuffs are hooked up to the monitor, which enable the physician to make adjustment to the pressure as necessary. The cuffs are choreographed, that is choreographed to inflate and deflate based on the result of an electrocardiogram ECG, which is measure the heart rhythms. First, the calf cuffs inflate, followed by the lower thigh cuffs, ending with the upper thigh cuffs. The cuffs deflate as the heart rate starts another beat. That is, each beat they are varying the pressure in the cuff. During the first beat, they will increase the pressure gradually with the help of 3 cuffs. During the next beat, they will decrease the pressure through the cuff gradually. Because the ECP increase the pressure on the blood flowing through the aorta while the heart is at rest, the heart receives extra oxygen enriched blood. After external counter pulsation treatment, after the early treatments, the patient may feel fatigue, but this is a general short-lived. Overcoming weeks, as the patient progresses through the treatment, there may be an increase in stamina and energy. The patient generally are instructed to resume normal activities immediately after an ECP treatment. However, it is always best to follow the physician's instruction, which may also include should not smoking, should not do exercise, and should not reducing the stress, losing the weight, and maintaining a healthful diet. effect of ECP generally mild and rarely becomes severe enough to discontinue treatment. They include. So that means they may have a fatigue, headache or dizziness, generally mild uh, giddiness and muscles ache, skin irritation or coughing around the cuffs, soreness on the leg where the pressure has been applied. If any of these symptoms cannot be described as mild or transitory.